Hi everyone, and welcome back to Funfold Friday. I am so happy to be back with you, and I apologize for missing last Friday. It has been a month. The June just flew, and I appreciate all of you who left the sweet comments about my daughter's baby shower, and I appreciate you for understanding my absence last week. I was just consumed in baby shower decorations, etc., etc., etc. So it was a great, great day, and I am now back. And to make it up to you, I have a fabulous fold. Now, this fold is not for the faint of heart, but you are going to want to do this. You are going to want to make it over and over and see how many different ways you can make it. This is a Stadium Wave pop-up card. If you have not seen one of these, oh my goodness, you are in for a treat. And here's the other thing. Those of you who subscribe to my newsletter already have this tutorial waiting for you in your inbox. Those of you who do not subscribe to my newsletter, all you got to do is go to that link right down there, and you can get that tutorial right in your inbox today. I think you are going to love this one. And I have tried to make the steps as easy as possible. So all you're going to see today, I'm not going to be throwing out measurements with you. There's a number of them, but the tutorial has everything spelled out for you, along with pictures. But if you use that tutorial coupled with watching me make the card, it's going to be a breeze, and you're going to be able to make these over and over and over again. So let's get started, right? Today I want to show you what I'm going to be using. Oh, before I do, I would be remiss if I did not mention to you that it is bonus days right now in Stampin' Up! And that means for every $50 that you purchase, you get a $5 coupon. The set that I am using today is fabulous. If you do not have it, you are going to want it at the end of today. But in addition, this month I am offering 30, count them, 30 6x6 sheets of DSPs delivered right to your door as my treat, in addition to the $5 coupon when you make a $50 purchase with that host code right there. Okay, so that's what's going on in the Stampin' Up! World. So please use that host code unless you're going to order over $150, and then you're going to want to get the benefits of being your own host. And I will still send you the 30 sheets of DSP, and you will be getting $15 additional to use and spend next month from Stampin' Up! So I am going to put that link right back up there, because those of you that are just tuning in, you want to remember you can get this tutorial from my newsletter, and that's how you subscribe. So let's get me off of this page and get you what's going on. So today's card will be using the Full of Life DSP, that pretty one. I've used it before. I love it, love it, love it. But the stamp set that you are going to fall in love with, if you have not already seen this one, is called Round We Go. And I have to admit, I did not buy this when I first saw it. I had to see it demonstrated before I used it. Now, I am not stamping a lot. I'm just using the sentiments today. Instead, I am using a lot of the dies with today's card. So if you will stay tuned to my channel, I will be making some reels this coming week where I will use the stamps, so you can see how that's used as well. So let's get going. Okay, with this card, you're going to need a couple of things. So I have this first. You're going to need this 7x10 sheet of paper. Again, remember, everything is going to be spelled out for you in that tutorial. Those of you that get the newsletter already have it. Those of you that don't, easy enough. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I am going to score it. I'm going to look at my cheat sheet because I do not want to mess this up for you. We are going to score it at 4 different places. Okay, and I love my scoring tool. You could also be doing this on your paper cutter if you want. I just can't seem to make it go as fast on my paper cutter. Okay, so I've got it scored at 4 different places. Now, while I've got this out, I am also going to take my regular sized card, going the lengthwise, and I have 2 places to score that as well. And so I am going to do that, and it's just really 1/8 inch on either side of the halfway mark, because it's going to be a pretty thick card, so we want to have that in there. All right. And before I do anything else, so that I don't forget, I want to go ahead and add, oh, well, come on cardstock, come on up. I want to go ahead and add my inside here to my card so I don't forget, because I'm afraid I will do that if I don't do it now. Okay, so I've got the inside of my card already added. All right, but I want to get to making the pop-up mechanism, because that's the part that takes a little bit of time. Now, people, please, oh wait, one more thing, because I'll get to that people's comment. Also, when you cut this piece off, because it's only 7 by 10, you're going to want to also get a 1 inch banner. This is going to be your belly band that's going to go around. So, and that also gets scored, and I have already done that in 4 different places. Okay, so that I'm just going to go ahead, and it's going to give me, that belly band is going to give me that same little width, so that I can have that thickness in my card. And always, if you're making it with a different set, or you're designing your front a different way, you can score your belly band a little differently. I have scored it so that this seal is behind my image. Okay? All right, we are done scoring. Out you go. Now, here's where I'm saying, people, please don't make fun of me, because I am using an old paper cutter, because I cannot find my cutter from my new one and my current one, because I took it out so that I wouldn't mistakenly cut when I was supposed to score. And yeah, so now I can't find it. You know, you ever put things one place and then, you know, you can't find it? Please tell me you do, because I don't want to be the only one that does that. You know, you put it safekeeping and it's gone. All right, so all I'm going to do here is I am going to cut myself some 1 inch strips. So since it's 7 across, that means I will have 7 of these little strips, right? So that makes it nice and neat. Oh, good heavens, I'm just dropping things on the floor. The bad thing, this is why, excuse me, they came out with a new improved cutter, because the 5 inch mark is hidden here. Oh. All right, so we had to eyeball that. And if it's not quite right, I'm going to get rid of those 2, because I have some extras. In fact, I'm going to set those aside just in case. All right, so 3. 2 and 1. So I should have 7 strips. And I set a couple aside because, like I said, I've already made some just for the sake of time. All right, now what you're going to do, there's our folds that we did. Do you see how I just folded that? All right. So we are going to come in, and I would use either my tear and tape or my liquid adhesive, and I would just make sure they're good and sealed. So that's what I'm going to do here. So we are going to have 7 of these, all sealed in like this. Okay. Now I have chosen the same color cardstock as my card base. lemon lime twist, and it kind of just makes it flow nicely, but you don't have to. Again, these cards can be done in all different kinds of ways. Alright. Oops, folded that one the wrong way. And there we go. I have 4, and guess what? I pre-did 3 of them, so didn't have to watch me glue all those. All right. So now I have 7. Okay. Here is where, when I was making these for the first time, I did these backwards. So you want to pay attention here, because this is where I goofed up, not once, not twice, but 3 times. All right. So you want to turn this so the fat part is facing away from you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to either use tear and tape. Some people would prefer tear and tape because it's just a strip. I don't. It's a pain for me to pull that off, even with my take a pick tool. So I'm just using my liquid adhesive, and I'm going to place this halfway on, so about a 1/2 inch on. Okay, look at that. It's really all you have to do. We're just going to build. I want to make sure that's straight though. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so 1/2 on, and we are just going to keep building this like that. So that's what I'm going to do. And I always like to kind of be consistent, so I put the folded side the same way, just because for me that makes it neat. Now, the one thing you want to keep in mind, you want to keep that halfway on, keep going. You want, this has to stay within your card width, so you don't want to go too wide. So we're just going to keep going like this. Oh, it would be about now that this would run out, right? Because that's how it would work for me. What is your favorite adhesive out there? I need to ask that question on my page. I'm just curious what everybody likes to use, because you know, I do love me this liquid glue. My problem is, I think I flunked gluing 101 in kindergarten for some reason, because I still get all gluey. And if you've watched me for a while, you know that. Things stick to me by the end of a video. Okay. So one more, and I will have 7. Now, that's it. That's the hard part. We have done the hard part. Okay? And just make sure, well, it's still kind of wet. Now it's going to go in this way. All right? So I've got plenty of extra space. I'm going to get sticky. See that? All right, but it's okay. I'm going to wipe it off of here. Hey, by the way, you guys always know I use my glass underneath. You can now get that Stampin' Up! Is selling it. Just wanted to tell you in case you didn't know that. All right, we also have some new online exclusives. Okay, look, 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 look. That is our folding mechanism. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, now I'm going to bring in my tear and tape, just because I don't want to seal my card shut by mistake, because if the glue leaks out now, it would be a problem. So I don't want to do that. And I also thought I had my adhesive. I do. It fell on the floor. I had my adhesive remover, you know, one of these, in case there was any sticky that leaked over, because I don't want my card not to open. So just in case. All right. So what we're going to do, this is now going to go in my card this way. So these are going to stick at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 strips of tear and tape on the top one. So you want it to be all the way down each side. And I don't want it leaking over. If it does leak over, just bend it back so it's not sticking and your card won't open. There's one. And, oh, bonus hair. And two. Okay, right there. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the one that's going to be, actually that's going to be the top one. The other one's going to be your bottom one. So we're going to place that there. And then one right here. Like I said, this one's a little more involved than a lot of my folds, but you know, sometimes you just need that really, really special card. Alright, I'm a little crooked. I don't want it to, there. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now we're just going to use our Take a Pick tool. Like I said, with fingernails, there's no way I can get that off without this tool. Thank goodness for my Take a Pick. Alright, careful. I am going to do both sides at once. If you are nervous about this, only do one side at a time. But, you know, I may regret this. But I don't think so. Alright. So we've got this all taken off, right? Okay, now remember, you want your card to open up this way. So the build out is coming from the left down. We are going to take this and place it against the bottom, centering it inside. I'm going to go ahead and push that one down, and we are just going to close it. Can't wait. You ready? Here we go. Oh my goodness, there it is. That is our mechanism. Now we get to decorate. So let me show you about this Round We Go, okay? We have used a number of things. First of all, I have seven of these. So that piece right there. Then we have these daisy pieces in here. Look at those. Those are awesome. I've used one of the circles. Okay, I'm going to take this off for just right now. And there. One of the circles. And then the showstopper is this piece right here. Okay, so let me show you how those look. All right. So this piece right here makes the rosettes. And you will need two of these. And all you do is you fold it on the score lines that when it comes out this way. And okay, of course, you know, I'm not even hitting a score line today. Okay, there we go. And you are going to need two. I think I said that. You will need two of these. And what you're going to do is you will just adhere them together over top so that you get half a circle like this. Adhere this piece over top of the other, adhere this piece over top of the other. And then what I like to do is once you get those attached, use one. So if this were the same size, you would, you know, adhere it over top like this, you know. And then you're going to use one of these on the bottom with glue and one on the top, and you'll make your little rosette. So it turns out like this. See? One on the top, one on the bottom. And that's how you get your rosette. Now, why do I have this little one? I want to show you. If you just cut down the width of them so it's not as wide, You still need more than one, but not the whole thing. You can make smaller rosettes. Yeah? So that's really cute. Okay, so I'm going to take that aside. So I've already done my rosette. The other pieces I did were the larger flower. And it could also be like a firework if you want. So this would have made a great 4th of July card. I hope you all had a great 4th of July, by the way. Okay, now it's going to be temperamental. There we go. And all I'm going to do is attach these together and fill in the gaps. So you could attach a smaller one if you wanted, if you didn't want to do as much cutting. I did do some die cutting ahead of time. So I'm going to be honest. We've got a red one. We've got the gorgeous grape. Okay, look at all these lovely colors, right? Goes with the paper. Now, all I'm going to do is attach these to my 7. I'm not lying. I'm going to attach these to my 7 circles. So we'll just hope that they dry. Now, I didn't want to do that ahead of time because I wanted to show you all the pretty flowers. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. Now, I'm already in love with just the flowers just by themselves and all the pretty colors, so you can see why this is going to be a fun card. All right. And again, if you're just tuning in and you want all the dimensions and all this stuff, all you have to do is subscribe to my newsletter. You'll get that tutorial right away today. And, oh, let me put that back up in case. There. Oops. That's how you do it. Just go right there. Those of you that already subscribed to my newsletter, you're in good shape. Check your inbox. If it is not in your inbox, excuse me, and you have not seen a newsletter from me in a while, well, that's nothing unusual because I'm bad at that. But if you don't recall getting a newsletter, please check your spam because I had to change my email a while back and I might not be in your address book. So it is Kathy@KathyStampinWorld.com. So make sure I'm added to your address book so you can get those. Okay, so now look what I have. I have all these lovely, lovely flowers. Okay, so now I want to show you how to attach these to make an open up. By the way, your pieces that you attach, keep them to 2 inches or less. Okay, so I'm going to start, I think I'm going to start with red. And we are going to attach this to the right, so almost like it was flat, okay? And I think what I'm going to do in order, yeah, okay. So what I want to do here is I'm going to put it actually on the mechanism itself. I don't want to leak over too far, but I want you to see how I'm doing this. So I'm actually kind of just folding it up in there like that. And then I'm going to do the next one too. So red, what color you want next? Red, I think I'm going to do a blue. You could do whatever color you want. But now, you see what's happening? They end up at the same height all the way across. Okay. There we go. All right. And I think we're going to do a yellow. There we go. And then what do you want? Pink? See what I'm doing there? Now I'll do this one right here. How about purple? do a orange. And one more. I know it's getting closed in there, but it'll work. And a blue. And you want to make sure that stays within the confines of the card. Okay, see what we've got going here? Yeah, I'm going to kind of try to close that up for just a minute. I don't want it to, yeah. So now, look. Woo! I know. I love it, right? So let's finish off our card. So we're just going to use some DSP on the front. This is not hard from this point out. I know this video is taking longer than normal, but again, this is a special card. Okay. Right there. Now, we're going to close it with a belly band. And the embellishment, this is actually just the card there, okay? I am not, oh, I want to put the inside in too. So I've got 2 green ones, and I'm just going to put them, well, let's see here. I think I'm going to put them kind of on top of each other. And my saying from the stamp set is time to celebrate. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my card as I have to pick up the ink pad. Remember, I knocked some things off? Well, it was the ink pad. All right, so I'm going to get that on the inside. I probably should have done that first, because if I mess this up now, I'm going to be angry. Okay. Time to celebrate. And then we'll just add in these guys. Like here. And then more on top. And here. This card just makes me smile. I don't know about you guys. All right. Now, we've got that. We've got our belly band. I'm going to go ahead and put it together. See, that's why we needed that extra oomph on the sides. We don't want anything sticking out. Oops, got to do it this way. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead. The way to do this is to run a squiggle on this end and then a squiggle on the other end. And now you will have sealed it on both ends. See that? Okay. Yay. Now when you take this off, you're going to have to go downward. It doesn't like to go up and over that thick part. So make sure that's on there. We are going to take our flower, and actually I'm going to use an old strip here because it's going to work better for me. And we are going to mount this with dimensionals like this. And then I used another saying, which was the happy birthday. I stamped it, and then I just made a little, pointer thing out of it. So I am going to add that. Just like that. Now let's check out this card. What do you think? Happy birthday. Yeah? Oops, that one's, gotta make sure they don't stick. There we go. So that's it, guys. That is probably one of my favorite cards ever. And then when you're done, you just slide that belly band. I think it will go over the top, actually. There we go. And you just Just bring it on down. Well, whenever. I'll get it on. No, I think it's better coming up from the bottom. Let's do that so you can see how it goes back on. There we go. All right. So, what do you think? Let me know. Again, thank you for joining me on Funfold Fridays. If you have a fold that you'd like to see, please let me know. Please make sure that you follow me on Kathy Stampin' World. If you just happened on my page today, thank you. And I hope you come back. Again, subscribe to my newsletter. You will get all these directions, and then you will get future directions. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Until next week, happy stamping. Bye-bye.